Hello and welcome to another update video about ADA. You know that since the latest decline here, which started on the 18th of September, we flipped completely to the bearish scenario. Not necessarily because I don't give the bullish scenario a chance, but because things have become much clearer in terms of a possible bearish outcome. If the market suggests in the end something different, such as a breakout above this zone between 54.3 and 55.8 cents, I might consider something more bullish again. But at the moment, we are clearly trolling support of this triangle here. Can't really get off the ground, and we couldn't even break above the previous swing high here at 49 cents. So at the moment, I'm looking at bearish options. We also broke below this head and shoulders pattern that you can see here on the chart. We had a neckline here around 46 cents. Yeah, so also here we broke that, and in the current move up, we might just be retesting this neckline, as you can see. So it's not great, and therefore we're currently focusing on the downside. It is in line with what I expect for Bitcoin. Very interesting will be how this all will develop in terms of Bitcoin, Ethereum, because for Ethereum I also expect a move down, but possibly the next low could be the last one for Ethereum. If you've watched my video, now it doesn't need to be, it could still go lower as long as it holds the $1,000 level. But for Bitcoin, you know, we need to see how low this subdivides. Now with ADA now, obviously we came down strongly. We said we could count this as a 5-wave move, as a wave 1 of a possible wave 3 already. But again, I told you as well, it depends on how we count the higher level pattern here, either as a triangle, A, B, C, D, E. If we count it as a triangle, we have to assume that we are only just now in the wave 1, so basically that the wave 1 will be down here, and all that we're doing here is a 5-wave move, possibly of a wave 1, or if we count this as a wave 1 already, this as a wave 2, then we're already in the wave 3. That would be the least or the less bearish option. But we'll see. You know, there's different ways of how this can subdivide. Important to understand is that a key level for the current decline, the overall completion of the bear market, could be the 30-cent level for ADA. That is the 88.7% FIB level. As long as this level is holding, we shouldn't have a problem and no negative impact on the long-term chart. Even if we break below that briefly, not really a massive problem. ADA has done it before. ADA has broken the 88.7% FIB level before. But still, if we break it, we shouldn't ideally stay below that level for a long time. In the very short term now, if I go to the 1 hour chart, you can see that we moved up in what I consider a wave 2. Now, this move up is a 5-wave move. So we had 5 waves down and 5 up. Now, we have still space, you know, until we get to a level where that wave 2 gets unlikely. So I would actually prefer that this, I know, in light of what I said in the Bitcoin and Ethereum videos, sounds a bit unrealistic, because I said for Bitcoin ETH, we could have reached the top already. We can count a WXY or ABC already. For ADA, I can't really nicely count here an ABC into this. So I'm primarily expecting here higher levels for ADA, and could very well be that this was only the wave A. We're now coming down in a B and would move up in a C. But again, it's also possible for Bitcoin and Ethereum to still move higher in the current corrective wave. So it's important to approach this with an open mind at the moment. It's important to look at certain levels. If they get broken, if they hold, then we continue in the current scenario or not. So I gave you all these levels in the Bitcoin and Ethereum videos, you know, because we don't want to make necessarily speculations about the future. We want the market to tell us, by basically invalidating current scenarios or by breaking certain levels, to give us more clarity around which move we're in. At the moment, we can count this move down as a 3-wave move, so it could very well be this wave B is finished and we're going to move higher. So very clearly here we can say that as long as we stay below 45.7 cents, we are not obviously continuing the move up in the wave 2. Very important would be a break below the current level, 44.4 cents, would actually suggest we're already starting or continuing our move down in a wave 3. Can look at the Fibonacci levels as well. And here you can see we already reached the 50% Fib level. You know, I would say a key level here is 43.7 cents. That is the 78.6 level. I mean, we could even go down further in the B wave, to be honest. But as long as we are holding the 43.7, we could assume that. Below that level, also a B wave will get less realistic. So below that level, it will become quite likely that actually the wave 3 is continuing to the downside, or wave 3 has started really. But primarily at the moment, because of the subdivision C, I would expect we actually, we might go a bit lower in the wave 3, B, but we'll then move up in a wave C to complete the 2 before we come down in a 3. And important for the overall wave 2 in red would be to stay overall below the 47.8 cent level. So I'm not telling you we couldn't go higher, but ideally for having a reliable wave 2 and a reliable wave pattern, we stay below 47.8 cents. It's usually that Fibonacci level, the 78.6% Fib level, above which a wave 2 gets unreliable. So we'll see. I need to keep an open mind here. Generally, I think the trend is down. The question is only, is the wave B already finished, or is that entire corrective wave pattern already finished and we're heading down? But I gave you all the key levels for that. Bear in mind that if you zoom out, you can actually see here this as some kind of a triangle, and the ascending trend line here hasn't been broken. So that would be a good signal as well, that if we break that trend line, that we're continuing to subdivide down, and that wave 3 in red is ongoing. Yeah, and that is my update about ADA. So hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then also make sure that you check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.